Let's get more reaction, James, to Manchester City ending that 7-game winless run last night. Kevin De Bruyne back in the team, starting for Manchester City. That's what the City fans want to see, winning 3-0, and he made an impact, didn't he?
He certainly did, and one thing that we know is the day before, Pep Guardiola spoke about the fact there is no rift between the pair, and Man City fans were delighted to see him back in the starting 11. That's the first match he started in the Premier League since August, and City's record when he's in the team, when he starts matches in the Premier League, is so impressive. 31 matches, the last 31 matches where De Bruyne has started in the Premier League for Manchester City, they have been unbeaten, directly involved in 25 goals in those matches as well. And we really saw the impact last season when he was in the team and when he was out of the team for Manchester City, because you remember he picked up an injury on the opening day of the season against Burnley, and then he returned in January, and it's got to be one of the greatest Premier League cameos of all time when he came off the bench against Newcastle, scored, created the goal for Oscar Bob as well. But here we go. This is the record, 31 matches unbeaten. But this is what I'm talking about now in terms of the record with him and without him last season, because he got injured that first game of the season. But look, when he returns to that starting 11, City did not lose a single game. Without him, they lost 3 times. With him, they didn't lose a single game in the Premier League last season. Their points per game average up 2.7 compared to 2.2 when he's not in the side. I know he's still finding that match fitness. City fans have been waiting for him to start a match for a while, because actually he has been fit and available for the last few weeks, but he's not been given that opportunity. And he surpassed Vincent Kompany when it comes to Premier League appearances for Manchester City last night. Next on this is Joe Hart, your good mate, so he'll be surpassing him very soon, you'd think. And you'd think the way he's going, he'll be starting more matches now, because City do seem to be a better side when he's on that pitch, despite the fact he is getting older and older, but he's still showing his class.
And the addition of the headband made the difference, didn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
For KDB last night. Look, obviously, James, Guardiola very pleased to get back. I mean, they just had to win, City, didn't they? It didn't matter how they won. They just needed the 3 points. 3-0, lovely, and a clean sheet. But it did come at a cost, didn't it?
It did. They weren't quite at their best last night, but they got the job done. That was what was important. But it did come at a cost, because there were some fresh injury concerns for Manchester City. We saw Manuel Akanji go off at half-time. It looks like he may miss the game against Crystal Palace this weekend, but could be back for Juventus next week. The real concern now is Nathan Ake, who missed a period of time with an injury earlier on this season. He went off in the 90th minute, and Pep suggests that could be a little bit worse. So he could be out for
That's
a
hamstring again, potentially, isn't it?
Yeah, which is a real concern, because he's come back into the side after that injury and looks like he could be on the sidelines once again. We know Rodri and Oscar Bob, they're out for a longer period of time. Kovacic, you'd think he'd be back in the next few weeks. John Stones may even be available this weekend. And Phil Foden missed the game last night.
And look, he provided an assist on his first league start since August. City